Welcome to another episode of Average Geek. In today's video, I'm going to go over why Magic the Gathering is superior to Yu-Gi-Oh! For today, I've got 5 reasons why I feel Magic the Gathering is a superior game to Yu-Gi-Oh! Both games are very similar, where you are a magician or spellcaster and you're casting certain monsters or spells or artifacts from your hand onto a battlefield. You both start with a certain number of points or life total, and you're hitting each other until one of you hits 0. We're going to put aside the fact that Magic the Gathering was the very first TCG, and therefore Yu-Gi-Oh! Would have stolen or borrowed all of their rules from Magic the Gathering. Magic the Gathering came out in 1993 and Yu-Gi-Oh! In the year 2000, so they have a full 7 years of play testing and game time before Yu-Gi-Oh! Came out. I have played both games. I love both games. I started with Magic the Gathering when I was 10 years old, moved on to Yu-Gi-Oh! When I was in my teens, played that for many years with my group of friends. I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Anymore. I have gone back to Magic the Gathering, and for these next 5 reasons, you're going to see why Magic is a more polished game. Alrighty, for reason number 1, pretty straightforward. We're just going with the total number of cards. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has 7,627, Magic the Gathering 19,989. So they have over twice as many cards. That leads to more possibilities, more creativity, and for that reason, Magic wins. Reason number 2, the artwork. Again, this is my opinion, so some people are going to say the Yu-Gi-Oh! Artwork is better. I just feel that the Magic the Gathering artwork is a lot higher quality. Let's take a look at some similar cards side by side. So you can see the Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards have a bit more comic book feel. I feel they are designed a bit more for a younger age group, whereas the Magic the Gathering cards, they look like real paintings, a lot higher quality, more time was put into them, and for that reason, I give the win to Magic. Moving on, reason number 3, I call game mechanics. There's a lot to go over here. I'm just going to touch on it real briefly. If you're familiar with Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh! Then you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has numerous cards that use just paragraphs of text to describe a very specific rule on a card. Let's take a look at a few now. So you can see the font is extremely small, like 6, 7, 8 lines of text. It's going to lead you to have to read the card over and over again while you're playing. It really slows down gameplay. And then on the Magic side, they use what we know as keywords. So it's one word to describe a big rule. So a keyword example would be something like trample, where if you attack another monster and your attack value is higher than their defense, the remaining amount goes onto the life points of your opponent. As far as I know, Yu-Gi-Oh! Does not use a lot of keywords. They do have a rule like trample, but here's a good example of them making things too lengthy. In Magic, it's called trample, and in Yu-Gi-Oh! Piercing battle damage. So 3 words, where Magic uses just 1 word. And there's a lot of cards that use that. Magic stays away, for the most part, from big, lengthy paragraphs of text, which really speeds up the gameplay, and once you know all the keywords is a big benefit to playing the game. So for that reason, I give the win to Magic. Reason number 4, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has numerous cards that only work in combination with other very specific cards. Let's take a look at a couple examples. Those 3 cards only work in combination with a Dark Magician or Dark Magician deck. If you have these cards in your collection and you don't build that deck, you're never going to use these cards. And this can lead to very specific, thought-out decks, which is fun, but ultimately it leads to less creativity because, you're going to have a lot of cards like this that only work with very specific cards. If you don't build that deck, then you're never going to use those cards in your collection. Magic stays away from that, and they use very general rules with their cards instead of only working with 1 or 2 other cards, which leads to more possibilities, more creativity, and you're going to find that everyone uses kind of a different deck and tries out different things, which is a lot more fun and better for overall game design. For that reason, I give the win to Magic. Our fifth and final reason, I'm just going to title Math. And this is our most important, or my most important reason why Magic is superior to Yu-Gi-Oh! Now there's two reasons why the math is better in Magic the Gathering. Number one, the resource management, and number two, attack and defense value. Attack and defense value in Magic the Gathering are along the lines of, you know, attack 1, defense 1, attack 2, defense 2, a 3/3 creature, a 4/4 creature, and so on, which leads to very simple, quick math. You know, my 1 or 2 attack defeats your 1 defense. My 3 attack defeats your 2 defense. In Yu-Gi-Oh, they use like hundreds and thousands and 1850 and 3000 minus 1750. You have to have a calculator with you. It takes a lot more thinking, and I think Yu-Gi-Oh did this because it just sounds cool to say I attack you with 3000 damage as opposed to attacking you with 3. But for the game flow, it just makes for, again, slower game flow, and it's just not as good. The other math reason, as I said, is resource management. In Magic, you use what is called mana to pay for your creatures, and going back to the game design, this works really well. If you pay 1 mana, typically you get a 1/1 creature. If you pay 2 mana, you get a 2/2 creature, and so on and so on. Let's take a look at a couple examples of that now. So all 3 of those creatures were a 2 cost, so 2 mana for a 2/2 creature. This leads to a very balanced game. So an unbalanced game is one where there's more luck involved. A balanced game, usually the more skilled player wins. Now in Magic there are some rules where, or some cards where if you pay 2 mana you might get a 3/2 creature. But if you get a benefit, there's going to be a drawback. So maybe there's a rule on that card that hurts you a little bit. And vice versa. Sometimes you're going to pay 3 mana for only a 2/2 creature. But again, if there's a drawback, there'll be a benefit on the card. Maybe there'll be a rule that helps you. Okay, so a very balanced game design. Now, Yu-Gi-Oh, their resource management is tributing monsters. So from level 1 to 4, you don't have to tribute a monster. You can just play it onto the field. But within that level 1 to 4, a lot of those creatures can have anything from like 800 attack to, you know, 1000 attack, 2000 attack. So very unbalanced there. For a level 5 or a 6 creature, you need to tribute 1 monster. And again, those level 5 and level 6 monsters, there's a big range of attack and defense value. And then for a level 7 or higher, you need to tribute 2 monsters. Again, there could be a level 7 creature that has 3000 attack, or a level 10 creature that has like 4,000 or 5,000 attack. So you both would have tributed the same number of monsters, but now you have very different power and toughness on those cards. So again, it leads to a very unbalanced game. Luck comes into play, and it's just not as balanced. I keep saying that, but it's true. Let's take a look at some of those cards. So there you go, those 3 monsters are all a level 4, so you don't have to tribute anything, but their attack and defense range, so the attack on one card was 1200, another card 17, another card 19, and their defense from 1000 up to 1600. So very unbalanced, and for that reason, I give the win to Magic. I know this is a very highly debated subject. These are just my opinions on why Magic the Gathering is superior. I feel it's a more polished game. The game design is a lot more balanced. Ultimately, it was designed by a mathematician, so that's why it has such a strong structure and plays so smoothly. Let me know in the comments below what you think about Magic the Gathering versus Yu-Gi-Oh! And until next time, guys, keep it geeky.